foreign fighters fighting for your country in your army. This is definitely a controversial subject. My name is Devan Siler. I've been in and around the defense industry for a while now. One place it's taken me is France. I've met many French soldiers and even won the shirt off a Frenchman's back in a backyard rugby match. That's the shirt off his back. That's the man wearing it, and I'm the man wearing it. One group that we've all heard of, though, but even the French soldiers don't seem to know a whole lot about, is the French Foreign Legion. So today I'm going to remedy that problem by informing you about the French Foreign Legion, who they are, why they would join, and what France stands to gain from having a force like them. So who are these men? Who are these men that risk their lives for France? The men of the Legion are composed of many different nationalities and motivations as to why they joined up. But they share three things in common. Every Legionnaire is a male. He's given a new identity when he walks in. And eventually, he will speak French as his first language and know it fluently. This is where the similarities end. Every one of them, though, has their own motivation for joining up. Some are looking for adventure and excitement, but some are leaving a troubled past behind. Maybe something like that appeals to you. The Legion offers a second chance, like a real second chance, and a new identity that anyone that can make the cut. The only disqualifier is, though, if you're currently wanted by Interpol, or you're wanted by your host country for a heinous crime. For a misdemeanor, they don't really worry about that. Past that, the Legion doesn't really care about your past troubles. They'll take you as you are. But this does not come easy. The training is some of the hardest in the world, and only 1 in 15 will make it. It's not really who these men are, but what do they stand to gain? Well, how about citizenship? Everybody knows that citizenship is super tough to get a hold of. But a legionary can actually apply for citizenship in his 3rd year of service. As long as that legionary has a good record, typically his application is accepted, and he can start living like a Frenchman and doing civilian activities. If the legionnaire has ever been wounded in combat, his application is immediately accepted due to François parler sans veine. It means French by spilled blood. Some of the things he can do is he can spontaneously celebrate being French, like this Frenchman. And this is actually, this place right here is actually the fort where the Foreign Legion indocks his people. So we spoke earlier about, escaping the past. Well, in the Legion, you are literally forced to become a new person. You can opt to keep your name, or you can change it. But either way, the Legion will force you to become a new person. If you're an American, your Social Security number is gone. Your bank accounts in your home country, you can't access while you're in the Legion. Everything about your past life is on hold until you exit the Legion. And if you apply for that citizenship and you get it, you don't have to return to that home, that back life. You don't have to go home. You can stay in France and you can start completely anew under your new identity. But why would a country take a group and train them and highly train these group of ruffians, of possible murderers that serve their time, of guys like men of ill repute? What do they stand to gain? Well, the French use the Foreign Legion as a disposable fighting force. Men and women die in combat. They get hurt. It happens in every war. But thankfully for the Legion, there's never a shortage of men to swell these ranks. This allows the French to freely employ the Legion and send it to the most inhospitable places. What they can do is, if the Legion goes and they win, France just scored a victory. If the Legion goes and the Legion loses, well, a bunch of foreigners just died, and it doesn't really concern the French people. So as the French government, the mentality is there. It doesn't really have that many drawbacks. But the desire for these men to take advantage of their second chances allows France to push these men to whole new levels, to highly trained. So you have a pretty good chance of making it through. French legionnaires actually have an incredible reputation as fighters. Ask each legionnaire what he thinks of another legionnaire, and he'll tell you 2 things. The first, he'll tell you that he would rather not fight along anyone else. He'd rather fight beside his legionnaire buddies. Second, and this is only if he's honest with you, he'll tell you that he will not let you within 100 miles of his daughter. But thankfully for the Legion, France doesn't really care about your manner or demeanor. They care about your fighting ability. And these men fight hard, and they fight well. That's why behind every parade, they finish out the parade just before the mechanized units do. The Legion is an incredible, effective fighting force. It's made up of a very eclectic group of men. Men come for adventure, they come for a second chance at life, and 1,000 other reasons. But they gain invaluable experiences, possibly French citizenship, and they honor being to call themselves a Legionnaire. I appreciate you guys coming today. And if there are any questions, some image sources, and a reference to my work site. Thank you guys.